Welcome to the Women Talk Convention interview. My name is Bridget Lessard-Deyell, and of course, I am the founder and CEO squared of Women Talk. And today, I have our fabulous keynote speaker. Oh my gosh, so I have never met Samantha Bennett before, but I am super excited that you're coming to our convention. How are you?
I'm great. Me too. I'm delighted. I can't wait to be there.
I think we're going to get along just fine because we've just killed like 20 minutes. Boom.
No problem. Easy. Yeah.
We're kind of like on the same way. We're like, oh, like, do I need? Yeah, we're never going to run out of things to talk about.
No.
So I want to find out about you.
No fun. No fun. There will be
no fun allowed. No fun allowed. Oh my gosh. So we were talking about, those of you who have been to the Women Talk Convention, you know about our opening and our closing ceremonies. Top secret. Only my speakers know about it. And we were getting excited. Don't let the cat out of the bag.
You got to be there to know. If you're not there, you're not going to know.
Exactly. So let's find out about the real Sam Bennett. What are you all about, Sam? Well, it looks like we might be frozen. Let me see. We're just going to wait. Oh, there you are. You're back. You were frozen with a beautiful smile.
Oh, well, that's something anyway, isn't it?
So tell us about you.
Yeah, so I grew up in Chicago, and I started out as an actor, right? I spent most of my life as an actor. I was one of those kids who went to theater camp, and I studied theater in school. I actually left Northwestern University to take a job at the Second City. So that meant that I toured all around the country doing comedy with some of the best comedians in the world. And I worked a lot in both Chicago and then later in Los Angeles. And I had one of those acting careers that went well enough that you didn't want to give up on it, but not so well as to actually be able to support a person. And along the way, I just got really interested in this question of how do creative people make decisions? How do you know what to do when you've got a ton of talents and skills, when you could do anything to promote your business, to promote your art, to promote your work? What do you do? I could have a podcast. I could have a YouTube video. I could stand on the street corner with the sandwich board. Like, how do I know what to do? Because there's not a right way, right? There's no right way. There's just your way.
Yeah.
So you've got to figure out what is your natural creative rhythm? How do you like to connect with people? How can you start and run your business in a way that feels really great to you and in alignment with your values so that your work is an authentic expression of you, but is also a force for good in the world?
Oh, I love that. So what kind of modality do you use to help people figure this all out?
It's a lot of worksheets. It's a lot of decision makers. It's a lot of, if you go over to therealsambennett.com and do my little opt-in thing, that gets you the Procrastination Domination Starter Kit, which is one of my favorite tools for deciding which of your 137 projects you should be working on right now. Because it's really about keying into your own desire, right? And like I said, your zone of genius, what you do naturally, what you love to do, what you have a natural affinity for. Because when you're doing what you want to do in the way you want to do it, it's not that hard.
And do it and get paid for it. Because a lot of people sometimes they think, well, if it's something I love doing, I had that issue. I shouldn't charge money for it because it does good in the world and I shouldn't get paid for that.
I'm so glad you said that. This drives me crazy. This is one of my pet. Okay, so here's the thing.
We got it going. Woo-hoo!
When you have something that you have a natural gift for, right? We didn't ask to be this good at whatever it is you do. You just have this natural thing. You can charge more for it, right? Because you have this natural ability, because you can work faster, deeper, with greater depth and breadth, with more precision, more insight, more nuance. You bring more to the table than somebody who just got a degree in it, whatever it is, right?
I love that perspective.
Right? If I were going to a doctor, do I want to go to the doctor who had to work really hard to earn those grades? Or do I want the doctor who's got a natural gift for healing?
Yeah.
Yes, both. Right? So first of all, value those gifts. I mean, yes, if those are your natural gifts, you absolutely want to share them with the world. But here's the thing. And I kind of blew my mind when I thought this the other day. If you are undercharging for what you do, or you are not charging at all for what you do, you are lying.
Ooh.
You are lying.
You really got my attention now, because like,
right?
What?
You are misrepresenting the value of what you do.
I love that.
Right? And that is duplicitous behavior. In the same way that if we said like, oh, yeah, no, this pen is $1 zillion, you should totally buy it. Well, that would be lying, right? We say, oh, that person's a liar. That's misrepresenting the value of that. That's a, $3 pen, whatever. Same thing. When you are undercharging, you are not communicating with people the value of what you do. They need to see the price tag in order to know the value. Now, that's not the only value. Obviously, there are other things that add value that you can't put a price tag on. But if I just handed you a diamond and didn't tell you what it was, or that it was valuable, you wouldn't know to take care of it. You wouldn't know that it was special. You wouldn't treat it well. You wouldn't understand it. You wouldn't spend time with it. So the more you charge, the better clientele you're going to get, because they understand the value of what it is you're offering them.
So how do you get people there? Because that's very difficult. Like, it's taking me with Women Talk, it took me a good 3 years before, and even there's still time. I mean, Nancy Seeger, my partner, like, she's so good for me, right? Because she's all like, boom, boom, boom. And yeah, like, it's hard. So how do you get there? The lying one is a good one.
Right. The lying one's a good one. First of all, love Nancy. Nancy's one of my favorite people. I'm so excited I'm so glad you're working with her, and I'm so excited to see you guys up in Canada. But yeah, I mean, the thing is, first of all, look at what everybody else in your space is charging, and for sure be in the top third of whatever that range is. Start there. And honestly, I would be 3 to 10 times more than the highest person. And here's why. It's a fantastic differentiator, right? If you're like, oh, she's the expensive one. Oh, that's the photographer that's really like, oh, hubba, hubba. But when you're charging 3 to 10 times more, you don't need as many clients, right? Yeah. And like I said, you'll get the people who really understand the value. People who pay full freight, they get it. They get it. They pay. They don't ask questions.
And they need you.
They need you. They know they need you. They share your value system. And the other thing I did when I was first starting out, and this really helped me too, was satisfaction guaranteed or your money cheerfully refunded.
I like that.
Right. So I was like, I don't give discounts. I don't give, it was like, the work is worth it. You are worth it. I am worth it. And if for some reason you're not happy, then I will cheerfully give you your money back. I don't want your money if I haven't helped you. Right. So
I love that.
That helps too.
You know what? That really, really helps me. As I get into, more people are asking for speaking coaches and coaching and all that. And it's like, I don't know. It's very difficult for so many women. We have such a hard time getting paid what we're worth, don't we?
Well, and here's another one for you. This is another thing that if I could wave a magic wand and make this phrase disappear, I would. It is not what you are worth. You are not charging what you are worth. Your worth is intrinsic, right? Everyone's worth is, we have 9 babies in front of us. We wouldn't say that this baby is worth more than that baby. All the babies are worth the same. Okay? Your worth and my worth, everybody's worth is the same. So you're not charging based on your worth. You are charging based on what the work is worth to them. Mm-hmm. What is it worth to the person you are helping to get your product or service?
So good.
Based on the value to them. So and even things that are, so obviously if you're in the entrepreneurial space or the business coaching space, it's a little easier because you can say, well, if I improve your negotiating skills and you can get a 10% higher salary, I can charge you that 10%, or I can charge you 10 times that 10% because you'll be getting it over and over again.
Yeah.
I have a little thing I teach sometimes called How to Make $1,000. And I could easily charge $1,000 for that, right? Because there's sort of the implicit promise that you're going to make that money back. But even things that are softer, like body work or spiritual work or communication work, relationship work, adult sexual education, places where there sort of isn't really a market for it. People aren't used to paying for it, so they don't even really know how much it's supposed to cost. And that feeling of like, well, I teach mothers and daughters how to have better communication. And ask any mother, how much would you pay to have a peaceful dinner with your daughter?
Yeah.
Ask any couple, how much would you pay to have your sex life be back like it was in the early days? And And they'll tell you, they will give you a number. I will pay you $500 right now.
Here's my money. Take it. I want the sauce, the secret sauce.
That's right. But this is it. You have to be clear about what the value of your transformation is.
Yeah. I love that. Oh my gosh. Like everybody is so going to benefit. So what are you talking on our stage when you come to Canmore on October 4, 5, 6?
You know, I'm like a typical creative, right? I've got like 15 ideas. But what it always comes down to for me is that you out there, your creativity matters.
Love that.
Your creativity matters. You are perfect. You are fine. You guys are doing so great. You have these great lives. You're wonderful people. People love you. They come to you for all kinds of things, you know. So get your creativity back on the list, right? You get everything done for everybody else all day. What are you doing for you? What are you doing that lights you up?
Love that. Love that. So you have a couple of books out there too. So I'm just going to pop them up here. So get it done and start right where you are. One of them, which one? Tell me about them actually, because I haven't had a chance to read them yet.
Yeah. So Get It Done was my first book. That's the one that got endorsed by Seth Godin, which was, I'm so not over that.
Woo! Are you bringing the books with you to the convention, or people can get them on Amazon? Or
you can get them on Amazon. You can get them on Audible. I'm actually talking to the government actually to make sure that I can bring the books in and sell them there. So if I can, I will.
Wonderful.
I love and stuff. But otherwise, I'll bring just bookmarks to sign, and then you can order the books yourself.
Nice. So Get It Done.
So Get It Done is sort of the book that I kept trying to buy, right? Because there's a lot of great books out there about organizing your time and being better, you know, setting better goals and stuff. But, you know, creative people don't care who's moved their cheese. So, and then there's a lot of creativity books, but it's a lot about sort of unleashing your inner artist. I'm like, no, we're unleashed. That's not the problem. So it's sort of so when you are a highly creative person, how do you get your work from your head out into the world, and then from the world out into people's hands? Start Right Where You Are is almost the prequel, right? The subtitle is Start Right Where You Are, How Little Changes Can Make a Big Difference for Overwhelmed Procrastinators, Frustrated Overachievers, and Recovering Perfectionists. And it's a lot of teeny tiny chapters, like little 2, 3, 4-page chapters with a little action step on each one. And it's really about the inner work, you know, because I can give you all the creativity tips and strategies in the world, but if it's not actually okay with you on the inside that you get your work out in the world, nothing I say is going to matter. So Start Right Where You Are is sort of more about the inner game. Get It Done is sort of more about the productivity piece of it. Also inner game stuff as well. And Start Right Where You Are is a little more spiritual. I kind of came out of the closet as a God girl.
Oh my gosh. So there are so many, okay, myself, I'm a hockey player. I was a competitive hockey player for 30 years, and all of a sudden I'm becoming all this woo-woo, but it feels so good. It's a different way of living your life. Yeah. And a lot of people are discovering that.
Yeah.
And with people like you, you're going to help us get our creative genius out there and get paid well for it.
Exactly. That's my vision for the world. That's what I want.
All right, ladies. So make sure you go and get your tickets at womentalk.ca/convention. Sam has got an hour-long talk. It's going to be amazing. She's going to be inspiring us and sharing some of her journey with us. And I'm so looking forward to it. And
it's possible, because I'm going to tell a story that I've never told, actually.
At the convention?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. And are you going to be part of my opening ceremony? Are we going to see you barefoot? And I almost let the cat out of the bag. You're just going to have to buy your ticket if you want to find out.
Yeah, I live at the beach. I'm barefoot almost all the time anyway.
Awesome. As long as we're not pregnant, I'm good.
That would be very surprising.
Okay, well, thank you for joining me today. Go to womentalk.ca/convention. Get your ticket. It's $197 only to get your ticket. 13 amazing speakers. Like, come on. It's going to end the disco party. Saturday night. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, look at that. You can bust a move.
I got moves. I can shake it. It's white girl can shake it.
Woohoo! All right. High five. I look forward to seeing you in Canmore, October 4, 5, and 6. See you soon, Sam.
Thanks so much. Thanks, everybody.